Right, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not a therapist. I go to therapy. I am a diagnosed individual. And if you're like me, at one point you had to learn different methods of dealing with distress. For example, if you go down the Eastern philosophy rabbit hole, you'll find all the gurus telling you that you need to learn how to forgive. Forgiveness is your ticket out of the misery or whatever. But they don't tell you how to forgive. Let's say somebody, did something a little bit shit to you, then you gotta forgive them. But what about if this is a little bit more serious? What about if this is more ingrained? What about if this lives on? This ain't something trivial. And the thing you gotta learn how to do. And you don't, it's not gonna be this is the one part that isn't gonna be forever. The grief that you'll experience is gonna be forever. But the forgiveness part is not the part that's forever, but you got to do it and it looks dirty. And you got to do it alone. You can't be doing this shit around your loved ones or your family. This has got to be a really private thing, but you got to get yourself to a place where you can let out the demon that's in there, that lives in there. And to reach this forgiveness, you need to learn how to put the blame that you need to put in for what happened to you. If you don't put the blame that you got to put in, good luck trying to forgive anything. So what you got to do is that you got to find yourself a private space to sit down, put the person in front of you, the situation in front of you that's caused your diagnosis. And you got to start. You should be ashamed. I am disgusted at what you have done. What you have done is irredeemable. It is my God-given right if I never see you again. You disgust me. You should be ashamed. You should be in jail. You should be suffering the way that I am suffering. You should be dead. You should be ashamed of yourself. You disgust me. It is my God-given right to never see you again. If I choose to never forgive you, that is my God-given right. I do not owe you anything. All the shoulds, all the woulds, all the coulds right there in front of you. Put them out there. You should have loved me unconditionally. You should have protected me. You should. And you already hear the therapist's going, oh, should, would. This is different. This is fucking shell shock. They put you in a landmine. They may as well have raped you. This is different. This is not somebody just wronged me. No. This is something permanent that lives in your nervous system. This is something that's driven you maybe to drugs, to self-destruction. This is the thing that's going to end up killing you, while the other person perhaps goes on. And you have to deal with this grief. But you will not be able to forgive that person. You will not be able to forgive that circumstance unless you put in every single last drop of blame where it belongs. Again and again, you should be ashamed of yourself. I am disgusted at what you have done. You need to do your own intervention, and you can do this in private. The cure for shell shock. It's very simple, the cure. Yes, it's available. You think it's abstract. No, the cure is there. It's quite simple. You need to be witnessed. There has to be a witnessing. Thousands of people coming across and seeing, holy shit, that happened to you? But to get an intervention is a bit costly. It's not easy. And other people just don't care. They just move on. But you're stuck with it. It has to be witnessed. The cops have to show up. God has to show up. Somebody with a knife, somebody with a gun, somebody with the physical strength to put the person that hurt you in their place. You ain't gonna get that. That's not gonna happen. What you're gonna get is drug issues, you're going to get alcohol issues. Well, they're the same thing. So what you need to do is take that self-pity, that thing that all the therapists are like, oh, you can't be feeling this way, or you need to do this to be better. No, fuck them. Take that self-pity. Take the one thing that had you and embraced you, because nobody will fucking understand this shit other than maybe somebody else that's shell-shocked. Yeah, good luck finding another shell-shocked individual. We're all alone. We're all individuals stuck in the same fucking rut because you can't do anything. You take that self-pity, look at it, and you kiss it. And you say thank you. And then that self-pity, push it forward into blame. You disgust me. Visualize that person. In the same way that they spoke to you, you speak right back to them. And you say, you disgust me. You should be ashamed of yourself. I was supposed to be looked after. I was supposed to be loved unconditionally. I was supposed to thrive. I was supposed to be respected. Again and again and again, as many times as you need, until all the tears are out. All the stinging tears are completely dried up. And only at that point, when you put in every single last ounce of blame that you need to put onto the individual, then you can finally start talking forgiveness. That's what they don't tell you. After you've gotten that demon out, you can finally start talking about forgiveness. You say to yourself, and it is my God-given right if I never choose to forgive you, ever, for this. That is your right. And once all of that happens, and it looks ugly, you'll get a flashback. You'll get your anxiety. You'll get the thing that keeps killing you. But you'll be exhausted. You'll just be like, and finally, we can start talking forgiveness. When you just don't have it in you anymore. Because suddenly in your brain, through your ears, in any way, you were there for yourself. You were finally fucking there for yourself. You were finally able to hold your hand in that situation. That's something that only you can give yourself. And if you give yourself this gift of finally embracing the self-pity, embracing the anguish, and channeling towards where it needs to be, you'll grow tired of the blame. You'll grow tired of it. And in this exhaustion, you find the thought, I can move on now, even though it hurts still. Because what you needed to hear, that intervention, you got to make your own. You got to make your own intervention. And your intervention is loud and ugly and full of tears. On the ground, on your knees, intervene for yourself. You gotta do it. Love yourself by first putting the blame, not working towards forgiveness. That's so loaded. So loaded. That's a massive gaslight from the world. Because until you can put the blame that you need to put, you can't talk forgiveness. And then you'll find after the blame, that breeze that they promise you that feeling of liberation from past grief. It comes. It really does. And as I said, the grief is going to stay with you, and then you choose to use it as fuel, you choose to use it as whatever. And you get to live a couple more days until the next challenge, whatever it may be. But at least now you got yourself, you got your own back on this. Give yourself your intervention. You've earned it.